Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you so much for stopping by on my channel today and to check out the card I'm featuring. It is really simple and easy. It features the Boardwalk Fun Bundle, and this is, I never think to find the stuff in the catalog and have it open until I go to start talking about it. So let's see. We'll find it's in the mini catalog. It's featured on pages 47, 48, 46. So this is the suite. It is a suite, and this is the stamp set, the dies. There's puffy stickers and designer series paper, and then it also shows you some other cards here on the back page. So again, that is in the current mini catalog, and this is the card I made. And I saw this, another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator had a card like this. Stamp with Amy, I believe it was. I did not write that down. But yeah, this is it. The inside of mine is a little bit different than hers. And this is heat embossed, but just a really cool, fun set to use. I have some of the dies out of here for another class, but again, this is the dies. It also has the little buckets for the Ferris wheel. It's got some palm trees, and then the stamps feature this roller coaster function. You also have some palm trees, and then some great sentiments there. So let's get started on this. I did do a few things ahead of time. I did do all of my embossing beforehand, and I used, you're going to use your Versamark ink, the black embossing powder, and if you have the old Stamparatus, I would recommend using that. If you have the new Stampin' Up! Stamp Positioner, I pulled out my Misty, and that way, once I inked, open up your platform, I inked it, I stamped it, my DSP was right here. And the great thing is that this stays in place. You can either use magnets. I have a sticky mat on here, which does wonders with keeping your cardstock or your designer series paper in place. And I inked this with my Versamark, I know 2 times. It might have been 3, just to make sure. I wanted my roller coaster to look really well. I did not want it to come out spotty with the stamping, so it looked like it was not too safe to ride. But yeah, and this, my image was stamped onto the Beach Boardwalk Designer Series paper, cute fun paper for this. In my card today, I'm changing it up just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. This stamps with the roller coaster carts, whatever, as part of the stamp. The die set has the little cars as a die cut. So for this one, I thought, let's see what we can do. So what I did is, because this is heat embossed and heat embossed is shiny, I took a piece of Petunia Pop cardstock and just took my Versamark ink pad and just applied the ink pad directly to that paper, applied clear embossing powder, set it with my heat tool, and once it had cooled off, I cut the little cars out and added them onto the roller coaster. Like I said, just something a little different. So let's get started. This is a piece of Petunia Pop cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, and it's been scored at 4 1/4. And that is one of the 24, 26 in colors that will be going away. In May, we will have a new set of in colors to come. And excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And I really loved all of the 2024, 26 in colors. Those were the Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Pretty in Pink. I just love those colors. And I will be sad to see them go away. All I am doing is I will be mounting this piece of DSP onto my card base. And if you are watching this video from my YouTube channel, there is a link in the description box that will take you to my blog post for this particular card, and that will have all of the dimensions listed there. So you are more than welcome to head over there and pick up those measurements. All right, and I did this card like 2 weeks ago, so now I'm trying to remember what I did. This is a piece of the pastel shimmer. It's an online specialty paper, and it is really cute and shimmery. And I guess I could have just cut my cards out of a piece of this, but I didn't think of it at the time. So when I made this card, I stamped Celebrate down here and heat embossed, but I am not stamping a greeting on this card. This one is a happy birthday. We've got happy birthday inside, and these little stars are also part of the dies. This card I'm using for something different, and I don't want any greeting on the front except enjoy the ride. So how I did this one is I stamped and heat embossed my greeting, and that gave me that I knew where to place this, and then I placed my DSP on top. So since I'm not stamping and I don't have anything there to guide me, I am, oh, here it is. I lost my stamped piece of DSP. I'm wondering if I should, you know what? Instead of guessing and not knowing if I'm right, I cut out the little stars. Well, I do have them here. 3 of the little stars. And that's what I'm going to place at the bottom instead of a stamped greeting. So let's just do some dry fitting. Do a little dry fit, because I made sure before I checked on that one. So if I get this down here, and I need, because my DSP is going all the way up to my score line. Okay, so I should be okay right in through there. And I just moved my star out of the way. Do you ever have some of those days where you're just off thumbs with what you're doing? All right, so I've got my silicone mat out here because I just cleaned my glass mat. And I don't want to clean it again. It's not that hard to clean the glass mat, but you know, you just sometimes, it's like, oh man, I just cleaned that. I don't want to clean it again. Okay, so then all I'm doing is applying my tape runner to the back of my Designer Series paper. And that will just go on here at the top. And I probably should have used our liquid adhesive to make sure I get this flush right at the top, but I think I did okay. Yep. All right, so there we have that. Now, what I did off camera was I have this Enjoy the Ride, and this is part of the Designer Series paper. It has little punch outs, and I guess I should have probably grabbed that also, but I can just hopefully get this really quick, this DSP out. And it has a sheet that has all these little tags, and there is a die in with the set that will coordinate and cut these out. You might have to hand cut that one and this one, and then it has this, but this is a die. So I used the die in the set to cut those out. I wanted them a little bit sturdier since this is DSP. So that was like a fun extra to have with that paper. And I just now noticed I lost one of my little stars. And I thought it went under my glass mat, but I guess it didn't. So I will probably have to go and cut another one out because I flung something over and it disappeared. So on this one, when I made this card, I knew I wanted this at an angle. So I kind of held it in place and tried to cut, and I can't cut a straight line to save me. So when I did this one, I placed it like where I wanted it on the front, and I just, oh, there's my little star. And then I just drew a pencil line. So all I'm going to do is put that in my paper trimmer. So right here, I'm putting that in my paper trimmer. And I'm best as I can. I'm wanting this pencil line to be in the center of that track. And that looks like it's pretty good. And I'm just going to snip it that way. Like I said, you can just hand cut that, but mine look, I don't know, mine look kind of chewy. It's like it was all chewed up. So, yeah. So then all I have to do now is place my little arrows however I want on this card. I've got some liquid adhesive. And this is our multi-purpose glue. I just have mine in a very fine tip bottle. All right, so I am just going to guesstimate on how I want these. Okay, and then the other one. Okay. And again, so I don't end up with the ink everywhere on my fingers, on my cards, on my face. I'm just using my tweezers. So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna put that one there. And then this, I'm going to attach with dimensionals. And usually I put those on ahead of time, but since I knew I would be cutting this, yeah, I didn't do that because it's not going to cut well. So again, I'm just going to add some dimensionals onto the back of this. And, excuse me, why is it every time that you go to give a speech, or in my case, I go to film a video, I always end up with a tickle in my throat. So again, just to recap, this is the Boardwalk Fun Bundle in the mini catalog. And, excuse me, I've used, I have basic white, which will be the inside greeting. And I want to make sure the glue is stuck for those. The Beach Boardwalk Designer Series paper. The pastel shimmers. This is Lemon Lolly cardstock. My ink is Versamark with the black Wow embossing powder. Used my heat tool. I will be using some baker's twine and yeah, just some dimensionals. So make sure I can get this yet. Oh my gosh. All right. Excuse me. Oh. So I'm going to grab a glue dot because I want to attach my little baker's twine bow with the glue dot. So I'm just kind of, you guys should all know that trick, just kind of wadding that up. And I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to put my bow, excuse me, right here. And then I'm going to attach that to the glue dot. And I'm going to trim up these tails on my string because I don't want them that long. And then I'm going to attach my little stars. I'm at the bottom. These stars with this set, what the stars work well for is right here on this Ferris wheel for that. So I have, where are they? Do I have them right here? Yeah, I have some of the mini glue dots, and I had to cut the strip in half for a class. So I cut, you can see my cut marks here. I cut these little halves. I cut them like into a quarter. Just snipped them, and that fits perfect on here. So I'm going to add these 3 little stars. And you don't have to put dimensionals on these, but I just wanted some added dimension. I just wanted some added height to this. I just didn't want them to be flat. And you can see, yeah, how small those are. All right, so that's it. I have my piece of basic white that will go inside the card for my greeting. And like I said, this is a birthday card. This one is not going to be a birthday card, but I still wanted the enjoy the ride on here. And so I'll just switch this one up. So again, this had the celebrate on it. It is stamped happy birthday. There's my 3 little stars. There is a larger one and a smaller one. I just cut 3 small ones. And then again, I heat embossed with clear embossing powder a piece of the Petunia Pop cardstock, and then use the dies to put more of an emphasis on my little roller coaster cars. And again, that's it. So simple, so easy, and such a fun, cute card. If you don't have this bundle, I really encourage you to get it. It's just so much fun to work with. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. You can check out everything I have on my blog, stampwithleigh.com. Stamping Up, you can also find me at Leigh, Leigh, stampinup.net. So again, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.